Salutation to I self-supreme, prime my light. Salutation to the sun. Hail, light in the world for all to see. Holding the balance in duality. Prime my light, pure consciousness be. Hail, hail to the self-supreme, the neutral self. Prime my light. One and only unicorn, warrior for the cause, allowing the world just because all is one in myriads of form. Hail, 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 hail. Salutation to the self-supreme. Hail, hail to the neutral self. Prime my light. Hail, hail to the world's heart. Holding the balance scale. On the battlefield in a dual fate. Fighting for the lost soul to be free. Oh, primal like Mother Supreme. Oh, primal like Mother Supreme. Win the victory. Victory. Win the victory. Victory. Win the victory. All souls are free. All cells are free. Victory, victory, victory. The world is balanced, the world is harmony. Victory, victory. To I self-supreme, neutral self, prime my light. Hail to I self-supreme, supreme sun, Aten Ra, the atom. Hail, hail to the supreme sun. If you close your eyes, the world goes into dark. Open your eyes, awake from the sleep. Awake to stop the dream. Recreate the world, give it a new start. Non-dual world, non-dual beings, non-dual pure consciousness. Oh, Primalite, Mother Supreme. Oh, Primalite, Mother Supreme, win the victory. Victory. Recreate the world, give it a new start. Non-dual world, non-dual beings, non-dual pure consciousness. Oh, Primalite, Mother Supreme. Oh, Primalite, Mother Supreme, win the victory. The world is balanced, the world is harmony. Victory. I self is balance, I self is harmony. Victory. Victory. Self-unity. All selves are free. Victory. All is I, and it's only I. Victory. Victory. Hail, hail to the I, self-supreme, non-being, one true self, unmanifest stillness. Hail. All is I, and I alone exist. All is I exist alone. Victory, victory. all the ionites. Hail, hail. Yes, I hail, hail to all the ionites. It is I, Auset Aten Ra. Thank you for joining I. Thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for wanting to know more. So I've decided to start doing some morning wake-up call or some readings from the book. So this rise, I will be reading something from the book, and other rising, I will be doing the wake-up call. So we shall be more like some tunes or some verses calling the I and I to awake from the dream, awake from the sleeping, dreaming state. And so this is a message from the I, the one true, pure self, to the I and I, the fractal, fragmented baby selves, wearing this avatar, this body avatar, thinking they are human beings. We are split between the duality and the non-duality. Half of ourself is duality, and the other half is non-duality. Why is this? Because we have been participating as using our imagination. We have an imagination device. And now we have created an imagination creation. And us being the non-dual is manifesting as a duality. This is the dilemma. So we're manifesting inside of the I dream as the ego false self, which brings chaos, ignorance, slavery, darkness, knowing that darkness is the lack of light, the lack of self-truth, the lack of self-knowing. Chaos, the dream, being asleep, and have a sick, impure mind. This is the duality. There's a non-duality. It's the one true light. It is the self-truth, the self-knowing, self-being. It's being awake, self-unity. In the duality, we have the self, masculine and feminine, not knowing that they are one. And so in the non-duality, you know yourself. You have to be in self-unity, balance and harmony. It's liberation, and it's the real. Here's a message from the I, one true self, the I, parent self. Salutation to all beings, human beings, God beings, supreme beings. I am yourself, self-supreme, primal light, the unmanifest. I am here to return all my selves back onto me. Now, why the self has to make this announcement? Because all of the ionized wearing this dream device, this imagination device, has been playing this false character for such a long time, playing the role, this wearing this avatar. The I has forgotten the I self. This is why the I parent self has to make this announcement. All is myself, and I alone exist. Only I exist. All these characters, they do not exist. They're just playing a role, a character in a movie, in a play, in your imagination. This is all taking place in the I imagination, in your mind. All of you, myself, have been enslaved inside of my duality consciousness dream. I am here to dissolve this dream so all myselves will wake up from the sleeping, dreaming state. It is time to return to balance and harmony, to the I ultimate true state. Please practice stillness and self-inquiry so that I can come to self-knowing and be the I self. Dissolve the I ego, false self. And dissolve the I ego and return to truth. Hail, hail to the I self, supreme, primal light. This world is a dream. All the I and I's are too invested in this dream illusionary world. Take off your mask, turn your light back on. It is time to see things the way that they are. It is time to wake up. So know that this book is available for anyone who desire to read it. So here I am going to read a message to all the soul seeds. Know that the soul seeds, what we call the soul, is the baby self of the I, the primal light, who is playing the role of this existence. And who is this existence? And is also playing the role of the duality. And so all of the soul seeds are the baby of this, or her baby self, that is called the soul, also makes a baby self. This baby self is what animates the body and is in the sleeping, dreaming state. So that becomes the human being. And so this message is for all of those spirit self. These are the soul seeds, the spirits that animates the bodies that becomes the human beings. They are the soul seed. They are the baby of the soul. And so this is a message. Blessed sunrise, baby primal lights. Hail to all the I and I's. Please, please self-inquire on your true existence. I implore you. If the self is not awake, you are only exploring the world through the ego. What a waste of a life opportunity to be in this existence and never get to experience your real self. You return from whence you came back into the I self, supreme primal light. The I and I miss the opportunity to experience the I self with awareness. The I make an appearance and then make a disappearance. Oh, what ignorance deludes you, boxed in your beliefs and dogmas, foolishly following blindly the ignorance of lies told to you. You are so rooted in your ignorance. The only solution for you is dissolution. I write this with tears in my eyes because of your blindness, false perceptions, and false self-identification. You refuse to inquire about your truth. You have no idea the suffering I have to endure to write this book. The gods, the deities battling with me and always trying to harm me so that I will give up and not share this truth. They got away with it for ages, but no more. I, Auset Aten Ra, is victorious and triumphant over all evil, the gods, the duality, all deities, and all I ego clones, all the ego false selves, and all human beings, humankinds. It's time to move from duality to non-duality. It's time to self-realize and know yourself. Who am I is the question. How do the I identify the I self? The false answer to this question is our problem. The right and real answer to this question is the solution to our problems. False self-identification has led to the dilemma of the self, trapped in soul slavery, caught in the loop of the imagination for ages. True self-identification is the liberation from all self-trapped and enslaved in the dream. I and I is in slavery. The fractal, fragmented I and I think that the I is free. Who am I? What is myself? Please consider this book a workbook. Also, please get a journal to accompany this book, this self-realization workbook. May you be free from your ignorance, false self-identification. May you be free from false perceptions. May you be free from all illusions and delusions. All is myself, and I alone exist. All myself must return back unto me. I am one with all. I bow to the I and I in self, in light, and in truth. I am the self. I am the light. I am the truth. All is myself, and I alone exist. I am that I am. And so much honor, from the I, Auset Aten Ra. From the I baby self that came as the spirit self, Jasmine, that has merged and has been dissolved back into I. Journey of the self. The self fragments itself, turn its light, the light off in the consciousness into this duality consciousness to become the duality. This is how the duality consciousness device is created by the I parent self, creating a device called a consciousness, the imagination device, and the light becomes obscure. And this device, this is what the I self replica called Ra wears. And this is represented in the world as the moon. So I want I and I to remember that the moon is the consciousness of the world, and the moon moves the world and dictates the world, what happens in the world, because it is the mind of the world. The sun that shines is the self, Ra, meaning that herself light is on, and the moon is in darkness, meaning that it has no light. But what I want the I and I to know is that she's building this world inside of herself, and herself is the void, and the void, as you know, is the blackness. So I want to ask the I and I a question. Are we in the light and then we get darkness, or are we in the darkness and then we get light? So let me explain better, or clarify this. So when we are in the night, right, what we call night, right, we think that the world is this light that we see, right, because we are in this avatar, right? This only is giving us this kind of light because it is the manifestation in the dream, right? And so when we have this light, the sun, when we can see the sun and it's not being obscure, then we call it the day, right? And when we cannot see the sun and no light shines in this creation inside of her mind, because her mind is obscuring the light, so it doesn't shine in her mind, so illuminates in the world that we are. All right, we call this the day, right? So I want you to pay attention that this whole existence is blackness, and there is a difference between the blackness and the darkness. The blackness is the self, the darkness is the self, that light is being obscured. And where we are in the darkness, because it is the self that has no light. The light and the light is being obscure, and I want you to know that is the masculine and the feminine that is doing participating into this dream, and the masculine of this dream is known in the world as the infamous devil. It is Set that is the masculine of this world, and then we have Ra, which is the feminine, and above Ra we have Atenra, and above Set we have Amen. And so this is the dream that Ra, her mind, the moon, is dreaming up, right? Dream world. How will you know you are dreaming if you don't wake up? You will never know, because when you go to sleep, right, when the night falls, right, when the raw self is being obscured by the moon, and we do not have the light shining, we go to sleep, right? We get entranced in the sleep because the moon has taken over. It entrances us, right? We in the sleep. When you're in that sleep, you're dreaming of something. you are unaware that that is also a dream. It's only when you wake up from that dream you realize that you were sleeping. So, who who is it that is sleeping that needs to wake up? It is the real self. The real self called the spirit, the baby, the soul seed, the baby of the soul that we call the spirit that is sleeping. Just like you guys, when I was in ignorance, I also thought it was the soul that was sleeping, but the soul has never slept, because why? If the soul was sleeping, the gods then would never want it. It is because the soul is awake and has light and is watching over its baby self called the spirit, the soul seed. This is why the gods them and Jesus and all of the other deities, they can ask for it, because, and enslave it and put it in hell, because it is pure, it has light, and everybody wants light, right? And so only when you wake up, you know it was a dream, right? When you go to sleep in the night and you wake up and you're having a dream, you never know that it was a dream. It is very hard to tell. This also applies to the predicament the self is in. You are the self. You have a mind. The self is sleeping, obscure behind the mind. Ego, the mind avatar, is the one taking precedence over the self. This is why you, the baby self, must wake up so the self, the real self, you, can know it is in a dream world, it is in the mind of Ra, it is in the imagination, and must connect to all aspects of itself, fulfill its destiny, and to exit the dream world, awake with conscious self-awareness as a unified self. You must come to this realization, you must come to this knowing, and you must be yourself. The self, the spirit, is sleeping. It is entranced in the dream by the mind. Your mind is entrancing you in the sleep and do not want you to wake up. You must wake up. What is the mission? Each self goes out on a mission to learn about itself in the duality. Remember that all of the real selves, you wrote out your destiny, that you was coming into this dream. You have a destiny to fulfill. You are entranced in the dream and you cannot fulfill your destiny. You're only fulfilling the destiny of the ego, this avatar. You advocating for this human being. This human being is just a dream character. No, you need to advocate for yourself, the spirit, baby, the soul seed that is sleeping entranced in the dream of the mind and cannot wake up because the mind is entrancing it. All the gods are entrancing it in the sleep. This should be your mission. Advocate for yourself that is sleeping entranced in a dream so that you can be liberated, so you can wake up from this sleeping, dreaming state. What is the mission? Is to wake up. It is time to wake up. It's time to know what you wrote out in your destiny. What did you write out in your destiny? Do you know what you wrote out in your destiny? It is time now. It is time to wake up. And so right now, I am going to be playing the song, a wake-up call right now. One instant has turned into ages, imprisoned in the loop of the mind. Sleeping self, wake your backside up. Asleep, wake up behind the mind. Wake your backside up. Ego is the false eye. How do you identify? Say how you gonna know you're in a dream if you don't wake up? Time to unify the self. Say how you gonna know you're in a dream if you don't wake up? When you are sleeping, do you know you are dreaming? You don't know you are dreaming until you wake up. Wake your backside up. Time to unify the self. Wake your backside up. Escape the loop of the imagination. Dream world, dream creation. Say wake your backside up. Wake your backside up. How you gonna know you're in a dream if you don't wake up? Time to unify the self. How you gonna know you're in a dream if you don't wake up? When you are sleeping, do you know you are dreaming? Time to wake up. You are dreaming until you wake up. Escape the loop of imagination. Dream world, dream creation. Wake your backside up. Self is sleeping, obscure behind the mind. Ego is the false eye. How do you identify? How you gonna know you're in a dream if you don't wake up? Wake your backside up. How you gonna know you're in a dream if you don't wake up? Time to wake up. Wake your backside up. Wake your backside up. Time to unify the self. It's wake up time. This dream has to end sometime. Yeah. Oh, no one to sleep forever. Wake up. Wake your backside up. Time to unify the self. Wake your backside up. Say how you gonna know you're in a dream if you don't wake up? Time to unify the self. Say how you gonna know you're in a dream if you don't wake up? Time to wake up. When you are sleeping, do you know you are dreaming? You don't know you are dreaming until you wake up. Time to unify the self. How you gonna know you're in a dream if you don't wake up? How you gonna know you're in a dream if you don't wake up? Wake your backside up. Wake your backside up. It's time to wake up. It's time to unify the self. Consciousness. Time to wake from the dream. Time to wake from the dream. Time to wake from the dream. Consciousness. Feel, 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 feel. Consciousness. Be real, feel. Be real, be real, be real. Consciousness. Time to awake from the dream. Consciousness. Be real, be real. Time to awake from the dream. Time to return to non-duality. Time for balance and harmony. Be real, be real, be real, be real, be real, be real. Consciousness, you are sleeping and dreaming. Consciousness, this world is not real. Consciousness, it's all a dream. Consciousness, It's all in your imagination, consciousness. It's all a dream, consciousness. Feel awake, wake up, wake up, wake up, consciousness. Wake up, wake up, wake up, consciousness. Time to wake from the dream, to awake from the dream. Consciousness, it's time for the real consciousness. It's time for the real consciousness. It's time to wake up from the dream consciousness. Be real consciousness. It's time to wake up consciousness. Wake up, wake up, wake up consciousness. It's time to return to the real consciousness. It's time for the real consciousness. It's time, wake up from the dream consciousness. Wake up, 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 consciousness. Wake up, wake up, wake up, consciousness. Wake up to end the dream. Wake up, consciousness. This world is not real, consciousness. Wake up. Time to wake up. Consciousness, you are sleeping and dreaming. Consciousness, wake up, wake up. It's time to wake up. Consciousness, it's time to return to your ultimate true nature. Consciousness, it's time to return to your ultimate true state. Consciousness, wake up. Wake up, wake up, consciousness. Wake up, wake up, wake up, consciousness. Wake up, wake up, wake up, consciousness. Time to wake up from the dream. Time to wake up from the dream. Consciousness, it's time to return to non-duality. Consciousness, it's time for balance and harmony. Consciousness, it's time for the real consciousness. It's time to end the dream. Consciousness, wake up, wake up, wake up, consciousness. Time to wake up from the dream consciousness. Time to wake up from the dream consciousness. It's all in your imagination consciousness. It's time to wake up from the dream consciousness. Wake up, wake up, wake up consciousness. Wake up, wake up, wake up consciousness. Time to wake up, consciousness. Time for the real. Mommy, I had a dream, and when I woke up, you were nowhere to be seen. The world was burned to the ground. There was no one around. Mommy, please answer me. What does it mean? What does it mean? We are visitors here in this time and space. One day we'll have to leave, whether or not you believe or agree. Remember, this world is a dream. Remember, this world is a dream. How many have gone before me? How many will come after I'm gone? The truth will live on. The truth will live on. Long after I'm gone, the truth will live on. The world is at the end of its cycle. You're the messenger, the oracle. Humanity have reached its pinnacle. Balance and harmony right in the vehicle. Supreme is dreaming of the particles. The experience to coming into the world and explore is temporary. Lose all attachment and desire. When it's time to leave, be ready. Self-realization shatters all illusion, fear, ignorance, or worry. Remember, this world is a dream. Remember, this world is a dream. How many have gone before us? How many will come after we're gone? The truth will live on. The truth will live on. Long after I'm gone, the truth will live on. The truth will live on. Dreamers are the changes of the world. Dreamers are the saviors of the world. True self is dreaming of the world. Awake from the sleep, awake from the dream. Spirit and soul in union to be free. Fear has no power over me. I'm stabilizing the supreme. Who has eyes to see, let them see. New world is coming into being. Remember, this world is a dream. Remember, this world is a dream. How many have gone before me? How many will come after we're gone? The truth will live on. The truth will live on. Long after I'm gone, the truth will live on in the hearts of the children. I say, in the minds of the people DNA. The truth will live on. Yes, yes, yes. I thank you for joining. I thank you for clicking this video. Thank you for wanting to know more. So we come to the end of this wake up call for all the INIs to awake from the sleeping, dreaming state. For the INIs to come into realization that the I is inside of the mind of the I self, sleeping and in trance in the dream. And remember that the moon is the mind of the world. All right. So it is time to know truth, and it's time to be the I self. It is time to be. And so with that being said, may all beings know the I self. Thank you. I am primal light, prepared for this world, this dream existence. This is a creation. Human beings, you are a self entranced in a dream. This human being is a character. Stop holding to this character and now wake your real self up so you can be yourself. This human being is a character in a dream. Stop holding attachment to this human being and liberate your real self that is actually being enslaved. Many ones don't want to know this truth. They shun I when I speak truth. But I will no longer hold my tongue so that you can be comfortable in your illusions. Those days are over. So I am calling the eyes to inquire and to seek the I real and true self. Because you know this human being is not real. You see the human beings coming and going. The real self, your real self, who's animating this human being. Come on now. I bow to I and all the I and I's in self, in light, and in truth. I am the self. I am the truth. I am the light. All is myself, and I am one with all. I alone exist. I am that I am. You must come into this realization. You must come into this knowing. All is the I self. May you be well. May all beings know the I self. Thank you for joining I'll see you at the next Ra Rising. Remember that we are inside of the darkness and she only shines her light to give us, to illuminate the darkness. All right. So we think that we are in light and we get darkness. No, my dears, no. We are in the darkness. We are the blackness. This only existence is blackness. All right. We only get a moment of this light into this dream because we are into the mind and the body of the I self in the sleeping, dreaming mind, right? And so she illuminates her mind so that we can get light in her creation. Wake up, my friends. Wake up, myselves. All I and I, it's time to rise up from your delusions and illusions. No more sleeping and dreaming. Thank you. Much honor to all I and I's. Yes, I'll see you the next sunrise. May you join me at 6. I will try to do this for as long as I can do it. 6 a.m. I will do wake up call, reading from the I book called Soul Seeds, and we'll be closing out with some music. Thank you. Much honor to all the I and I's.